In this video, we are going to study the memory write microoperation performed in the CPU. This operation is very similar to that of memory read operation. All the registers and the functioning units are going to be same, only the control signals that are used are going to be different. So let's quickly look at the structure and the control signals present. So here we have two registers connected to the CPU bus. Now between CPU bus and the address and data bus, the two important memory registers connected. First of all, MAR, that is memory address register, and the second one, memory buffer register, connected to the data bus. Now let's see how the operation is performed. We want to perform the memory write operation in such a way that the address is stored at the location R1, at the register R1, and at this address we want to write the contents of register R2. So R2 holds the content and R1 holds the address. So let's start the operation. We know in the first T state we want to put the data from the R1, that is the address, into the memory address register. So the control signals we are going to activate are R1 out and MAR in. This will put the data from the R1 or the address into the memory address register. Now this is directly connected to the memory address bus, so the data will be put on the external memory address bus. And with this, we have actually selected the memory location we want to write the data in. Now in the second T state, we want the data to be put on the data bus. So we have the R2 out control signal selected and memory buffer register control signal MBR in, so that the data from the R2 which is to be written is stored in the MBR in this second T state. Now in the final T state, we want to write the data from the MBR to the data bus. So for that, we are going to activate the MBR E out signal, this one, so that data from the MBR is written on the memory data bus. Now again here WMFC signal is used to terminate the T state, because WMFC is nothing but wait till the memory fetch is complete control signal that is present in the CPU. It keeps the CPU in the same T state till the certain condition is satisfied. So it is going to check for the MFC signal every time, and this MFC signal is only going to be active when data is written to the memory location and it is acknowledged. So after data is written, the MFC signal is active and it sets the WMFC signal reset, and the operation, memory read operation, is complete. So is the cycle T3. Okay, so this is the significance that wait till memory operation is complete and the cycle T3 can be completed. So I hope you have understood how the memory write is done using the control signals, and you can try and draw the timing diagram for this memory write operation. It will be a good exercise and good practice. So in the next videos, we are going to see how these control signals are actually generated during the instruction execution. So the role of control unit is going to be demonstrated very soon now. So please stay tuned, and thank you for watching.